We are here with Special Forces finalist Brianna LaPaglia. I am so excited to have you here. I'm so excited to talk to you about this finale. I have to ask, I want to start here, what made you decide to give up in the last 10 minutes of the course? And looking back, do you wish you had stuck out those last few minutes?
I can't even sleep at night thinking about it. I am so bummed out about it, but I'm really proud of how far I made it. In my head, I take it as a win. Like, I made it pretty much to the end. 10 minutes. I mean, I could hear when I was doing my exit interview on the other side of the gate, I could hear it end. And I was like, are you serious? I was so close. But yeah, that sucked.
Watching back, they were in that room, and I feel like you got the biggest reaction out of them when you said you were done, or you said that you were part of the military. They were just like, no.
Anything to tell me? You feel free.
Yes.
No, don't.
I lied. I'm here with Special Forces.
Don't do.
What was it like to see that?
I know. I feel like I let them down because through that show, you really do create a bond with them, and you want to like make them proud, and you want to have them be like so proud of you and get to the end. But I don't know. I think at the end of the day, they were happy with my performance.
Well, the moment you said you turned down a $12 million NDA, I knew you were making it to the end. I was like, she can do that. She can do anything.
12.9.
12.9. What was harder, turning down that kind of money or some of these challenges on Special Forces?
Special Forces was the hardest thing I've ever put myself through. It was insane. Every day got harder. The mental feats were incredible. And I genuinely don't think you could get that experience other than like actually joining the military and going through, actual combat. Like, this is the closest we were gonna get to ever doing that.
When you first got onto the show, was there anyone you were surprised to see there with you? And if so, who?
Yeah, I was surprised to see Mark Estes. I was so excited to see him because it was like a familiar face. And when I saw Shawn Johnson, I was so excited because she was my hero growing up. I think she was like everyone's hero growing up. That's my age. So I was starstruck, and I couldn't believe that I ended up getting to be friends with her.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What was like the most surprising part about them that you learned through this process?
I mean, Shawn Johnson is the strongest person I have ever met. The most like down-to-earth woman in the face of the scariest situations that you'll ever be faced with, stone cold. And she just doesn't waver. It was so cool to see. She's like definitely the inspiration that we looked up to is real. And even Gia, she's younger than me. And I was so impressed by her. She helped me through it so much. I mean, everyone individually on the show, I could say a million great things about.
You were really a shell of yourself by the end of it. I know production sets everyone up with therapists and like these outlets to help you once you get back into real life. Did you have to utilize any of them, and did you have a hard time reacclimating to your normal life?
Yeah, it was. So right when you leave, you're given like a psychiatrist, you're given all of these steps and like a safe word for when you get out, because like interacting normally after was not easy. It was really a hard, like first, I would say 36 hours. It was hard to get back into reality because you're so stuck in that mental warfare. And also we were just getting interrogated for what seemed like 10 years. So I couldn't go in my elevator in my building after because of the tunnel challenge. I had literal extreme claustrophobia. I was so scared it was gonna shut down, and I was like, I cannot be stuck in a closed space ever again. I didn't call the psychiatrist, but there were a few times where I probably could have.
Almost saw you give up with the chains, that whole thing. What made you decide to stay in the game?
That was hard to watch back. I think it was just so close towards the end, and I was so proud of everything that I put myself through and all of the battles and the obstacles that I overcame, like facing my fears in the tunnel, facing my fears underwater, or just like working out harder than I've ever worked out in my whole entire life. I didn't want to give up when I was that close to the end, which is kind of ironic in the way that I ended, but I was proud of where I ended the show, and if I ended on that mountain, I would have been so much more upset with myself.
The Diaz, they are interesting guys. I'm wondering, did you have a favorite, and then did you have one that you were kind of like, I don't want to upset him, I'm kind of gonna avoid him if I can?
Yeah, for sure. I think you have individual relationships with everyone, and they do kind of separate and take care of different people, but I think Billy really, I mean, we saw that on the Chains episode. He really got me up that mountain. Q got me up in the beginning, and he got me through the chains. Without Billy, my armband would have been off. So I was really thankful for him, and he felt like I think they all kind of feel like a father figure to you throughout the show. And they're all so different, but so amazing.
Yeah, and it's always cool to see like their humanity in the end of it.
Yes.
Like when they like let the guard down, they're smiling, they're happy for you. That must have felt nice too.
Yeah, I mean, well, after the show, they all reach out to you and they DM you and they congratulate you, and you're like, wait, what is this? You're supposed, like, this is such a weird relationship because it's like a bipolar thing. And you're like, oh, they are human, and they really were being hard on us to get the best versions of ourselves out of the show.
Yeah, we just had Cody in here. I know he was talking, I was asking him about, you know, his reactions to some of the things that were said about him behind his back or once he saw it play back on the show. What were your thoughts on Cody? I know he was just telling me that at one point you told him that he stunk because he wasn't wearing deodorant.
Someone had to do it. But it was out of love. Like, I spent on the show, I would say, the most time with Cody. We were paired up almost every single challenge together, every single car ride. I'm practically with Cody. We ended up bunking next to each other because Mark had left. He was in between us. I spent a lot of time getting to know Cody, and I didn't know who he was before the show. We were very different personalities. And I think someone like him just needs someone like me to kind of rein him in. And I mean, everyone was thinking it. It's just like, who's gonna step up and say it? I would. And it was always out of a place of like love. I want us all to succeed. And I think he succeeded the best way he could, and he did amazing on the show. He was such a strong force. It's just like sometimes I think he forgot there were team aspects of it, and I just needed to remind him a few times and remind him about the deodorant.
Yeah, very important stuff.
I mean, it was bad, man. It was like we were in the car and he had his arm up, and I was like, guys, Cody, why don't you have deodorant? You have a bag full of like vitamins, but you didn't bring deodorant. And he laughed. He was a very good sport about all of it.